Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing? Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride wherever you are. I'm really excited to invite you back into my series where I'm talking about my behind the scenes process. And I have this timer up here, which is going to be going on right now. And this timer right here is going to basically be telling you how much time we have left. So I have really this amount of time, an hour and 8 minutes, 9 minutes, to do a whole look and hopefully do some hair so you can kind of see the whole process in that time slot. So we're gonna get right to it. As I introduce you guys, I first am gonna show you the moisturizer I always put on. You know, this is a CVS brand. And so for this, you can get any store. You could also get the Gold Bond, I think is what it's called, is a big name brand, but I like CVS, it's fine. Any kind of moisturizer. I usually do a lot, but I'm gonna do maybe like, just because of this video, I'm gonna do like one. But you know, I would usually do like two big things, and then I like to put it on when my face is still wet so that it absorbs all of the moisture. So while I'm doing this, I wanted to say everyone, again, happy Pride, happy month. I've been meeting so many of you through different events and different, you know, really special moments that I get to interact with you all. So I want to welcome you here onto my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. The subscribe button is somewhere around here. I have no idea. But yeah, I have my music on here, my music videos. I have all my performances for the most part that I have. It's like edited and filmed. So just stay connected on here. I reply to all the comments. So definitely leave a comment below if you know who you are, where you are, or I'd love to connect. So today's video is going to be about Pride. I have the new Love is Love Studio 69 mixes out now, which I'm so excited about. Love it with DJ Mike Freak. And also, you know, there's like events that I'm doing, performances live in the streets. So it's just a fun month. So I'm like going to show you all a fun Pride look to get you in the mood. You don't have to copy me. Actually, never copy me. I'm like not the person to copy. Just use this as inspiration. And I will be teaching you as I go what products I'm using and how to apply. Because I know some of you maybe are new to makeup, or maybe you've done makeup, but you're just meeting me and you want to know more about how I do it. So that's what I'll do. Then I always have a little rag handy just to kind of wipe your hands, because there will be different moments where you have things coming in and out. We kind of wait a few seconds, but I'm going to try to go quicker by doing this because we have a time limit. How's everyone doing? Okay, going on. Okay, hands off. So first thing we're going to do is primer. So primer is very important because it primes the face to let the makeup hit on, stay on. So I didn't used to use this, but now I do. I don't have a loyalty to any brands, but this is the NYX First Base Premier Base spray. So again, this is what it looks like. And I'm gonna just put this sprayed on like an X. Even on the neck, because you know, we're gonna put makeup on the neck a little bit. So you just spray it on, it's a nice refreshing feeling. And this will serve as our base. So let that sit for a moment. While we let that sit, I will tell you kind of what we're doing today with the palette. I always use palettes basically for my makeup. I think it's easy to have a kit, and you know, it's easy to keep track of and all that, and it gives you the colors already ready. So this one I'm using is the Fade into Hue, given to me by my sister Sparkle Bitch. Thank you, Sparkle B. Sparkle B. Sparkle B gave me this, and what it is from ColourPop, and you open it up. I love opening these palettes. Cute little box. And in here, what we're gonna have is, ooh, beautiful colors. Beautiful colors. Some of the greens may come out, not here because of the fact that I'm behind a green screen, so that may look kind of weird. But otherwise than that, you can see the colors. I may not use green in my eyes today, just so that my eyes aren't transparent on the video. But we're gonna be using color for Pride, rainbow. Also, I will do the rest as we go, but just wanted to let you know that first part. So with my little kit of things, we're really going to give it to you today, let you really see a fun behind the scenes look into everything. The most important thing that I need is my sponge, which ironically I'm not seeing with my kit. And because this is live, there's no edit. So 1 second as I get my kit. Here we go. So the sponge is important because this blends so well, and I've learned over the years to use it. I also want to clarify, I'm not a licensed or, you know, makeup artist. I'm literally doing it because I love it. And as I talk about, it's to me a performance. Makeup is a performance and getting ready is a performance. So, and it's supposed to have fun, which is another tip for you. Do your makeup when you have time and enjoy it. Don't be rushing through your makeup. You can do it and it works, but I think it's more fun to have fun with it and just have your time with it. Of course, I have a clock going off, so I can't really do that right now, can I? So this is a go-to, a must-have, the Age Rewind Maybelline Eraser Concealer. Actually has sunscreen in here. I never knew that. SPF 18. Wow, I just never knew that. And also, this is the cover-up that you're going to need for your life. So what we're going to do is I always first put this above the eye because I'm a person that loves eyeshadow. So we're going to just sponge it on. Make sure your primer is dry, by the way. We're going to sponge it on first there. And then under here, you blend it with this little sponge. It's a mess, I know, but that's the brush, what a sponge could look like. They come in different sizes. This is another size. So you could really find any kind of sponge will work. But this I like because it has like an angle for the eye. So we're just going to put that on. This video, I'm not going to do my eyebrows, I don't think. I already have them a little bit lighter than usual. But there are tricks, maybe I'll do another video another time, where you can lighten your eyebrows using a concealer like this and powder. But like I said, I don't think I'm going to have time today. And also, sometimes it's nice not to have your eyebrows covered and stuff. But like in the camera, you're seeing it looks weird here. That's okay. I can like blend a little bit just to lighten the eyebrow a little bit. Never hurts with eyeshadow to lighten the eyebrow so that your makeup is going to pop more. But if you do that, you're going to get little crusty eyebrows. So, it's up to you what you want out of your makeup. I'm not going to go hard on that today like I normally would, just because I don't want to look insane when I'm out in the streets. Although, for photo shoots, you can be more eccentric and no one's going to care because it's just a photo. So, you can see already it's a lot lighter under here now. Again, I'm using products that are for my skin tone, so definitely try out colors for your skin tone. I always tell people you may have trial and error. When you're in the store, you can look and see what looks most like you, but people get sunburn, may have a day when you're tan or whatever. So I usually do have different colors available in case I'm tan or in case I had more sun or whatever. You can do that, or in this case I have no sun, so it's easier to get just the base that works with your natural color. But it does matter. So no matter what color you are, sounds funny saying that, but no matter what color you are, definitely get the concealer and the foundation that works with your skin. And also, the concealer can be lighter than your skin. You don't want the concealer the same color because you want it actually lighter. So this is a little bit too dark actually for me. I want it to look more like pop with the lighter color. But right now it's kind of the same color as my skin, so oh well. But if I'm tan, it would be lighter. So you know what I mean? You want to get lighter. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we blended that out. This is always the conundrum of the day with makeup, is do you want to put the foundation first or do you want to put the eyes on first? I'm normally a person that does the eyes first because when I put foundation, it's just on you longer and you're gonna have if you go like this, you're gonna get all those lines and stuff. So I like to wait till the end, but I do have to say, when I have my foundation first, I feel like the whole look comes together better and it looks stronger. But it's summertime, we're not gonna be worrying about perfection on the skin right now, and it will look fine regardless. We're gonna do the eyes first. So we're gonna get a brush out. So you're gonna wanna start with your darker colors first. I'm sorry, your lighter colors first, because with colors, like when you mix like a painting, the lighter color, if you mix it, it doesn't get lost, right? So you wanna go light first and then go dark. So we're opening up our Fade into Hue palette. And I'm going to start with maybe a yellow because we're doing kind of rainbow. So maybe a yellow is a pretty light color. So I'm going to go with Abstract. I think that might pop more on my skin. So you're going to want to tap that, tap, 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 tap in. And then with the color on your brush, you want to tap it off. So I'm tapping it. The reason for that powder is going to come off. It's not going to get on your face. So I would always tap your makeup after you put a color on. And I'm going to start kind of maybe here. I'm thinking yellow is the second color or whatever, so maybe we'll do yellow here. Tap, 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 powder it off, and in. Okay. So I have, wow, this must be it's not really coming through. Yeah, it's really not showing up that well. So we're gonna try a different color in this palette. This is bonus points. That may have been more of a highlight, which, yeah, looks like that was a highlight. So that's why it didn't really come through, I think. Okay, and then I like to do, yeah, see how much that brighter that is? It was because that one, that color was more of a highlight than an actual pigment color. So the thing that you should know is to always go, I like to switch between eyes as I go so that you're getting both equally. And so it doesn't, at the end of it, you're not like, wait, what did I do on this left side versus the right? So I like to always, you know, just do it the same as I go. Just so it really is going to be the same, same, same. In this case, I use a different color over here. So I may do the same with that other color so that it really is more even though I didn't like that color, I don't care because I want it to look the same. You don't want one eye to look, unless it's intentionally that way. You really want the eyes to look kind of the same. So we're going to go through. Okay. And just have fun. Remember, have your music playing. Favorite, podcasts. I like to have music playing, honestly. And you're going to go all the way up in this tutorial if you want to go that way. See how it goes up when you look up like that way? You can't really see it when the eyes are down, but if you do photos, I think always about the pose. Think about your poses. If you're going to go up there, you want to have that color hitting up there, right? Yes. So we go up higher. I usually do that. Okay. So I think this is a good starting point for the yellow. Okay. And let's think of any other lighter colors that we might use. So again, I'm not going to do green. Do we want to do a baby blue or a dark blue? I'm thinking baby blue. So let's go. Now, usually I would have a brush for each color and actually do. So we're going to do that. But you don't always have to. If it's a lighter color, I sometimes will use the same brush because if I know it's lighter. It's just that when you're working with colors, especially, know that, once you use a color, it's going to have the other color on it. So it's better once you know you're done with the yellow. If you want to reuse the yellow brush, then you could do it. But if you're going to go back to yellow, maybe you get a different run. So I'm going to use Take It Easel, this light blue. And we're doing it light first. Tap, 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 tap. And I'm going to give space for the purple. I think the purple is going to be my closer, as I like to call it. So the closer you want to be on the end, and that's going to bleed off your face. So blending into the yellow a little bit. It's a little bit darker, obviously, than the yellow, so you're going to expect that it'll overshadow it a little bit. So far, it's giving me Finding Nemo, right? Like the fish like with the blue and yellow. See, some got on my face, so you have to be aware that if you don't tap the color, that may happen. Now, as I'm doing it, especially on camera, I'm seeing how this very clean line, and I don't want that. I want it to be a blend. I'm all about blending and transitioning. So you can go over now the yellow backwards. And the thing about that also is you may get some green, which is actually natural, yellow and green. Yellow and blue make green. So they may get a little bit. I don't see it too much. Actually, I do. It's like turquoise. Looks nice. Okay. Tap, 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 and then back to blending. Okay. You don't want to go over too far. You want to really make sure that the yellow still is there. But, you're cool if it's a little bit off. I mean, a little bit blend. Now, with the blue, just keep going till you get the pigment just right. It's okay to layer pigment. It's okay. So we're blending, 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 and going up to the corner of the eyebrow. Again, up there, uptown. We like to go uptown, 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 okay? If you're kind of noticing, my eye is naturally doing this already, but it's also I'm helping it do it, which is you're getting kind of a triangle. So see how this is starting to fade into like a triangle, like a da da da. That's purposeful because that is going to help make the eye, with my eyes at least, the attention go there. It's kind of like coming out of the eye. I like that kind of smoke out of the eye effect. So that's how I do my makeup. I think it helps direct you, especially as you build the colors, to just kind of keep that in mind that you can definitely build it up. And do that little triangle, so it's going to help you as you start to form outwards. Okay, I think that looks quite nice. Okay, I think we're good with the blue. I think now we can get to red. Again, I'm going to reuse the yellow. I think we're okay with the yellow as it was, so I'm going to go with that brush, with the yellow brush. And we're going to do red. I might go with Paradise. I think it's a pretty red right here. So again, tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Get the red off. Okay, let's go in the inner corner. Okay, it's going to match my little bra. Huh? Oh, what flag is this? This also looks like Ukraine, right? The blue and yellow. Okay, what color is the red, white, and is that color? Yeah, anyone know what blue, yellow, and red, what flag that is? And it's like, ooh, that's looking cool, right? So that's another thing. Be patient with color, or I should say, be patient with your story, your eye story, because sometimes you have to have that vision and just roll with it. I could have never planned it's going to look like this way, but that's why you kind of just have an idea, and then let it take you where you need to go. You're not going to always be able to, just like in life, you can't plan every single moment. Sometimes you have to let the color speak to you. And in this case, I'm loving where it's taking me. And you don't know until, again, with your skin color, that's going to affect maybe the colors, maybe what you are wearing. So really just be flexible with color. Let it take you where it needs to take you and build off of that. You could always erase if you need to, and you could always build. So never feel discouraged with makeup, just have fun. Okay, so I'm really, really liking this color palette. I think it's kind of giving me a matte, dry finish, which is, I think, good for the color pigmenting so that people will see it, which I think is really beautiful. I'm also looking like a parrot a little bit right now. That's pretty cool. Okay, again, I was going over the yellow a little bit, so actually it's building an orange. You see, I don't even have to put orange on because the orange and the red and the yellow is making a slight orange already. An illusion. See how, like, I'm getting there, see? Okay, again, same time. In the corner part, I try to keep it also consistent. If you're going to go all the way to the edge, go to the edge. I like the edge. I like to have a dramatic eye, especially when you have pictures. If you're looking this way, you're going to see more of that color. But you don't have to. I mean, honestly, you can, do whatever you're comfortable with. But I like that color. It's going to show up when you're like this for selfie or like this, okay? Okay, blending it out a little bit. I'm going all the way up to the eyebrow because I lighten the eyebrow a little bit with that concealer. This is going to look like my eyebrows fading into it, which is intentional. Okay, cool. Now I think we're ready for purple. Purple rain. Let's do the blue brush for the purple. I don't want to go too dark. I want to have it light. The darker you go with the eyes, it will overshadow the whole eye. So I'm going to try Selfie, ironically, which is this light kind of purple right here. It looks like there's glitter in here, so I don't know how well this is going to go through, but let's try it out. Keep in mind, I haven't put my foundation on yet, and this I'm going to bleed into the area which will have foundation. So I'm not going to do that much, actually. I'm going to just do the eye part for now, and then at the finisher, we will fade it out. Ooh, pretty. Tap, tap, tap. I'm intentionally keeping this light. Intentionally. I'm not doing a dark red, purple. And actually the red is kind of looking like the darkest color right now. Okay. Generally, you're supposed to start darkest outside. So it should be like light to dark. This, I think, works. But I will add some darkness out here because you kind of want it to usually draw you out. Okay. For now, I think I'm going to stop there until we have the foundation. But I think it's a good start. Now I know kind of, I don't know if you could tell, but it's definitely looking like a rainbow. Okay, that's enough for now. So next up, we're going to close the palette for now. And next thing we're going to do is, like I said, I like to do the eye, all the eye first. The eye first so that we have a very clean eye for everything else. So now we're going to do the under eye using our MAC Feline eye pencil. So this is a huge step, and I always tell people this is what makes the look. It's not because, I don't know what to say, except it makes it look because it makes your eyes pop. So even if I didn't do all these colors, just doing the eye will make your natural colors pop. So you can even just start with this and maybe build a little bit, but if you don't want a dramatic look, but I think this is a great way to pop your eye and make you look like you are done up, intentionally trying to look nice for whoever. So for this, we're gonna go under their eye as we're looking up on the water line of your eye. So like this area inside between the eye and the skin, okay? I don't like it extra sharp because I don't want it, I think too sharp is kind of scary. So this is a kind of a duller, it's not that sharp actually. So let's do it, looking up. Okay, doesn't need to be perfect, okay, because we're gonna blend. So see how you could definitely see it's darker down there, especially if you compare. Nice. This side did a better job. It's lighter, and this one I went a little bit too far under, but that's okay. We're gonna blend it. But you see how it makes the eye pop. But you want to be careful. You don't want too much, or it can make the eye look kind of dark and drabby. So I put a little bit in the corner just because we're gonna blend it out to get to pop that eye. I'm not an eyeliner person. Some people like to put an eyeliner. You could, but I just don't. But yes, this is the point where you could put the eyeliner if you wanted. Okay, and then back under here. Going back and forth helps so you don't have to just let it glide and go back and forth. Okay. So see it, the eye's popping more, isn't it? You can even bring it up a little bit around the corner. Definitely popping. That makes a difference. This here, that inner and over here makes a difference. It makes the eye feel complete. I don't have to do the whole eye to make it like that. Okay. This is not perfect by any means, and that's okay. Because we're gonna put this down for a second. Let it dry a little bit. You don't want it fully dried because we are gonna blend, but you can have it, kind of right away. Also, notice how it's not even. You can totally see how it's not even. It's really messy, and that's okay. So what we're gonna do now is take a very tiny brush. In this case, I'm gonna use something like this, but you can do it even, this is the Bobby Brown, just came in a kit I think. But even this is too big, but that's all I have right now. So what you're gonna do is go over what you just did and blend it out. It'll feel a little wet even because your eye might be watering a little bit, and that's okay, but you don't want it soaking wet. So if it's really dripping, just wait a little bit. Your eye may, if you're not used to it, or if you're a little bit allergic or whatever, the tears will come a little bit. So don't be afraid of that. So see, now we're getting some more where it looks natural, looks blended. And now the top part. Top part, you can kind of blend it up a little bit to give a very complete look. A wing. Okay. Yeah, so it's starting to look a lot more, just more real, if you know what I mean. It looks more put together. Yeah, I love blending. I think blending is very important. Notice on top of this eye, I did now go over it, and using the same brush, and everything I had on there is already covering everything I need. So see that, how it's not dark enough, but it's compared to this eye, this makes it a little bit more full, a little fuller when you have the upper top part. So I think it is kind of important to kind of follow through the eyelid if you can. Kind of just blend it. See, now this is a little darker, that's okay. I'd recommend if you need a little more color, instead of like trying to draw the line, go back to your corner, put a little more black on there, and I'll go over it. I'm not talking while I do that part because you don't want to mess it up after you have the color underneath it, you know? Or, yeah, underneath it. Again, we're going to keep blending. So if it's not perfect, don't worry. You're going to follow that line. Back and forth, rub it in. Make it natural. Okay. Nice. Okay. Make sure you're not wipe your nose because sometimes you get sniffles with makeup and stuff. Just be careful not to wipe your nose with this because then you're gonna get all this on your face. Okay, so it's coming together. It's not, again, the lines aren't perfect and I'm totally okay with that. But to help clean that up, a little trick is to get another brush that's kind of tinier and firmer. And then we could just trace over the line we just did with like a dark color. So I'm gonna use a dark purple. So this is Zeitgeist right here. And you could use that as like a cover up to blend. So I'm gonna blend and just kind of pat it. Yeah, and just, it looks almost, actually it looks black, but it's not, it's purple. Okay. You can bring it out a little bit. Don't worry too much about this area because we're going to use the wipe to make it like a clean line. So it's okay if it's not perfect on the edges. 40 minutes left. Let's do this. All right. I think it's good. Stuff's falling, don't worry, we're going to clean that up. Okay, not 100% perfect here yet, but that's all right. We have kind of an idea of the eye shape. As I look back, I may see little areas I want to pop a little more. Oh, look what I just did. I used what I said not to do. That's why I have a napkin. I'm going to put a little orange in between this red and yellow a little bit. I think it'll kind of just pop a little more. This was Love Warhol. I love Warhol too. Yeah, I could see a slight difference, but I think it helps. Nice. Yeah, I like that a lot. See a very slight difference, but it does give a blend more. I'm still not going to do green, but that could be included, make it blend more, and I may add it at the very end. So now I think we're ready because our time is running, and I think we're ready with the eyes to kind of enjoy now the whole face, so we can really expand the eye and maybe have some more fun with it. Before we do that, I do like to, if I'm not going to do my face first, then I'll do the eyelashes and all that, so that like anything that falls off my face is going to get covered up first, and then we can clean it up after. So I'm using Lash Sensation Luscious Waterproof Lashes, Maybelline. You get this at CVS. And lashes, just pull up, kind of like you're scrubbing or something. Just go back and forth, and then also down below, and then back up. You want to get all of them And before I show you a trick, you do the other side. Make sure it's not soaking wet when you take it out. Kind of like excrete some of this stuff. I always love Pride makeup. I think it's such a fun experience. Again, this is my Pride. I'm doing it this way. You do it however you want. I'm just showing you how I do it, or how I would do this look. Every look's different. Okay, now my little trick. Get your fingers and make your own eyelash curler. You're going to push the eyelashes up until you can see them above your other colors. Okay, push them up. To be honest, I normally would wait to do this part until you have all the glitter and everything on, but I'm doing it a little different because if you do it before the glitter, sometimes glitter will come onto your eyelashes and then make it look clunky. So I kind of like to do glitter first before this, but we're going to make it work today. Okay? Can't really see the camera, but it's in the mirror, you can see it. And now we're going to do the bottom lash. This I kind of like use this like that. And then also the scrubby thing. Okay, other side. Just got a big clunk on me. Okay. Okay. Again. Hands up, hands down. It's coming together. You kind of start to see it, hopefully. Again, I don't mind using my hands a little bit to blend it out a little bit. See the chunks that came off? It's really bad. But it happens. So I always have a clean, just like tissue around me because you're going to get your hands dirty. And you could just wipe off the excess stuff for now. Some of it will stay on your hand like mascara, but it's a good thing to have because we're going to use it under the eye. Okay, so kind of wipe your hands so you don't get all over your face. I'm going to blow my nose real quick. So one thing I said I didn't bring here is the glitter. I'm going to grab it really quick, but I think this look would benefit from some glitter before we do the rest of the face. Although I would have technically done the glitter before I did the lashes. So time is still ticking, so I can't take it off, but we're going to just, do it. So 1 second. All right, here's my glitter. So this palette is the one that I like a lot. It's from the Kylie and Balmain collection, a few years ago now, 2018 or something, 2019. But I like it because there's some glitter in here. It's great. So it looks like this. And if you open it, it's very pretty. It has a little mirror in there, and then it has like these sparkly colors. So obviously we're going to do the most sparkly one, which is the silver on the hand. Tap, tap, and then press the glitter on. Normally glitter is just like this. When you do the glitter for your makeup, you just usually will always be like this, where you just kind of tap it on. Is going to be better than using a brush, in my 2 cents, you know. Okay. Again, put that glitter on. We will put more, but this is a good start. Yeah, see that nice little glitter? And just blend it, pat, 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 all around. Pat, nice. This is a good start. Okay. Next up, we can now do more of the face. Again, we're in a rush, so I'm trying to do it all quickly for you. So first thing you would do is get this napkin, go back to your moisturizer, and put a little bit on the pat. So see, a little bit, and you're gonna use that to wipe. Oh, that's way too much. But anyway, wipe it under the eye is one method. You could also just use a makeup remover, but I've just started doing this. I feel like it's more natural to like wipe using a moisturizer because you're moisturizing yourself and getting it off. Because sometimes with the makeup remover, it like feels like you're drying your skin out, and I don't like that feeling. And it's like it's too soon for this, you know? Especially when I do this, I don't have any foundation on. If I had foundation, you can't do that. You'd have to just cover it up. But because there's nothing here, I had that luxury of being able to just swipe up. And you can swipe all the way to the corner because that's where you're going to have your cat explosion, your cat eye thing. And you kind of pat so that it's not such a rough little statement, okay? So now we're clean down here, which looks a lot better. Okay, pat. Wait a second or so. Maybe technically I should do a primer again. I never do that, but let's just, well, I'm not gonna do it. I never do it. Okay, so now we can do our face. Make sure we have no residue. All right, so now we can do the foundation. So once again, in typical me fashion, I don't have my makeup foundation brush, which is okay, because I think it's cool to see it how I can do it without it. So you would, if you have a foundation brush, obviously you could use that. I don't have one right now, so we're gonna use our hands. I'm gonna use, wrap my hands a little bit, obviously. So I'm gonna use the Fit Me Classic Ivory. This is my, I guess, color for when I'm, well, it's even not really perfect, but whatever. It's a little bit more yellow or whatever. But I just put this on, Fit Me, maybe, is it Maybelline as well? Yeah, 120 is what I used. So this is the foundation. You would look for the foundation. You can put it on the back of your hand so that it doesn't, you know, get in the way of your front hand, and you just put a little bit to start with. I put a little bit more. If you have a like different color, you can't find the right color, or if you want to blend, like if you kind of got a tan and then you want to go match that, you can put two colors into one and then mix from there. That's what I normally do to get the perfect color. And then we just like spread it on. So honestly, I put it in different spots. It doesn't matter where actually. We're gonna go on for more. It's better, obviously you put a lot on your hand, but sometimes it's better to do it little by little so you don't have any excess at the end. So, pat. I'm gonna do a lighter today. I just don't wanna, you know, sometimes it's nice not to have a lot of makeup on. Okay. I have a little beard, so, you know, obviously I wanna cover that up today. Alright, let's just put it on. This is a good time to have your hair out of your face. Okay, I have a little cut from when I was shaving, so this is a great time to cover up any cuts you have. Do a little more. I guess I'm running low. This is why it's taking a while. Otherwise, usually it comes right out. Sometimes, usually it comes out way too fast. Okay. Spread it. If you had a brush, you would be using a brush, which actually a brush is way better. Brushes really will let you have more control. It just feels better. So I would say use a brush if you're able. Okay, all the way up to the eye. So see how the eyes are popping more, and that's the power of foundation, is it makes all the skin one color so that you can have these little cute accessories on your face stand out. So I definitely think it's important to, you know, put foundation, especially when you're doing eyes. It just does the extra work of popping everything out for you. So it's a, I would just say if you're doing eyes like this kind of a thing, always do foundation. I think it just makes your makeup pop more, if nothing else. But also it should fit the skin look cleaner and like. So again, I didn't do my neck. I'm running low on my foundation, but you should always do your neck at least a little bit, because you don't want your face to be like, obviously you're wearing makeup, so it's gonna be different, but you don't want it to be like so obvious. Right now it's a little bit obvious, but I think it's okay. And I'm gonna do, you'll see a few stuff to make it blend more, so I think we're actually good. Okay, bring it up to the hairline. You don't want your, especially if your color is way off from your skin, you don't want people to be like, oh, your hairline's different. Okay, all around, especially under the eye, if you had stuff falling. Neck. Okay, I think that's good for now. Now I will quickly just wash my hands because it's kind of a lot. Yeah. It's a great time to cover any mistakes you see with the under the eye. You could just wipe it up. So I made it a little sharper. All right, 1 second. Let me wash my hands, get all this stuff off so we can start fresh. 1 second. But also talk to you. So yeah, so now that we have a lot more of the skin done, we can have more fun now with finishing up the eyeshadow. If you had done this, obviously, beforehand, like I was supposed to, you would have not had to worry about going back to fix stuff because everything would have been perfect as is. But, you know, I didn't do that. Okay, let's put the faucet on. So yeah, that's the one benefit, again, of having some, you know, some music. Your foundation first is you don't have to stop in the middle and try to rearrange. If you'd already done it with the foundation, you just pick it up right from there and just keep adding. So there is another benefit, I would say, to doing the foundation first, is that you could just keep blending. You don't have to like stop in the middle like I just did. But I also like having my face clean and free for as long as I can, especially if you're not going to do a long day. Okay, our time is doing good. So now we're going to go back to the purple. This is where now we're going to blend more. Now that we have our foundation, we could definitely have more fun. So going back to color, fade into hue, I'm going to go back to that, now the blue brush, and I'm going to start with a lighter purple again, like Selfie, okay? We will get it darker, but this is a good starting point. I'm blending up. I do a cat eye. This is my signature, I guess you could say, above the eyebrow. So it's leading the eye up, back to Selfie, eye up. And you're going to just kind of look in the mirror to make sure it's even. That you're blending out is like the same kind of direction. You don't want one like this and then one like that. You know, you want it to be like, whoop, whoop, both the same. So I'm blending this out. And very light, you want like a very light fade is how I normally do it. Just a little bit. Make sure it's about equal. In summer, obviously if you sweat, this may get a little messed up, but you know what? We do have a little trick for that, which I'll show you at the end. Okay? I think that's a good, and then you can kind of go back a little bit just to fade it into the previous color, but it's going to be hard because your eyebrow's in the way. So I'm not going to really care about that at this point. Now we're going to go a little darker. So now that we have that, just to you know, again, you like to have that darker stuff on the edges. I'm going to go now with Zeitgeist again. Pat, tap, tap, and go right in the crease. Yeah, see that? A nice final step. The crease is a beautiful place to get into for these kind of moments. It just makes the eye feel full and dimension. So the crease right here is where you want to have that dark moment usually, the darkest color. If you're going for like the typical makeup kind of method is to have that area. You don't have to follow rules, but I'm just saying it does give the eye a little dimension. It kind of pulls, gives that depth, and you can go a little bit over the crease again to show that three-dimensionality to the eye. And we're going to blend, okay? You're not going to just leave it like that. But see, now it's really the eye's looking a little bit deeper. It's looking like it's a little bit of a deeper eye, where before it was like a straight line, you know? And again, blend lighter as you fade out. You don't want it to be like all the way dark. Think of it like a sunset. Sunset isn't just like red, orange. It's red, light orange. You know, you want it to really blend. That's the idea of transformation on the eye, is like this really gradual fade. And I may stop there. We're not going to keep using this. Instead, we're going to now just blend this purple through, okay? So blend a little bit over the rainbow, outward a little bit onto the eye. Blend, rainbow, out to the eye. Yeah, it's just much more dimension here. And the cool thing is you have this dark and the light because you used the light blue before. So then I would just tap those edges. That usually helps blend it out. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And remember, my song is out with Mike Freak, Love is Love Remix. This is out right now, so you can do your makeup and dance to it while you're doing your makeup. Okay? Blend it inward, blend it inward, okay? Inward, inward. Yeah, that looks a lot more, like there's a lot more dimension here. Again, this is my signature to have this darker palette on the eye. I think it, for me at least, just makes my eyes pop. And going up higher, again, I like that it lifts the eye up a bit. Make sure it's about even. And yes, I'm going over the glitter, I know. We will add more glitter. Do not worry. Okay. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, 20 minutes left. So yeah, I think that's a good point to now all we gotta really do is under the eye. So it depends on your mood. If you have a lighter under eye, that's just as great as a deep under eye. But because it's Pride and I want it to be a little different, I may do a different color under the eye just to give that extra pop. It's another conundrum or question of when to do what is, should you do the concealer before you do that under eye? And in this case, I'm going to say yes, because I don't want to have to redo the stuff a lot of times. So you got to go back to your concealer now, blow up there, make sure all the powder's off. If you see any areas where stuff fell on your face now, you can use that dirty brush and just kind of dab it, dry it off. So yeah, there's some shit. Excuse my French. Let me get a new napkin so you don't blend the old stuff. Okay, so make sure you have a clean thing to work with. And when you have the clean napkin, we can now just, pat it off. I got some glitter, it's okay, life goes on. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna go to the concealer, and you're gonna just draw a triangle. Yep. Why a triangle? It gives dimension. You can see now, even though I didn't change the lighting, it looks like, although a little bit crazy, that my face is like sharp, and that's what you want to do. Triangle, triangle. Here, again, where your light would hit, that light, see that like ring of fire right now? Yeah. Tip of the nose, under the lip. It looks insane right now, I know, but trust me, it's going to make these areas pop when we blend. Okay, those are my go-to. Under the eye, triangle. Up here, triangle. Nose, a dot. Under lip, a little bit of a triangle, and then dot, dot. Okay? You look insane, I know. Now you let it sit like 5, 4, 3, 2, hotness. Okay? It doesn't need to be perfect right now because we're going to come back to this. Get your original blender and blend that in so it's not as crazy. And this is a great time to sharpen that line. By going over it, you're actually sharpening it. and making it look so fierce. Under the eye, okay, see difference, sharp, I mean blended, not blended. Go back here, blend and sharpen, blend and sharpen. Ow, it's so sharp, I just cut myself. See that? Again, make sure your direction's good for both eyes. You don't want one other than different than the other. And then up here, same thing. Over the eyebrow if you're doing the lighter eyebrow moment. And then up, nose, same thing. You could use this along the middle of the nose to make it look like long. Under here, we blend it upwards to keep the triangle. Here, around the edges of the bottom of the face, like that. Okay, this area is a little tricky. You don't want it to look like you would, make your chin look really, really big, but it is going to help, especially with all the masks and stuff. When you have stuff on there, it's going to keep on. But I agree that you want to make it sure it's not too bright. It looks a little bit off. So now see also when you do that, the skin that originally it was all one color. Now we're getting some dimension to the face to make it look more natural to match your skin. So now that we blended all those parts, we can now get started on the under the eye. So like I said, we're running 20 minutes still. Okay, so we're gonna get back to this brush that we used for the black under the up here. And I'm gonna get a different color. I may do a purple because that would match the others, but I also kind of like the idea of a red or something because the red's only here for right now. So what if we did like a pink actually, like Lovecraft, this little like baby pink, using the black thing that we use, the black small brush, tap, 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 and then just along the under eye. And you can go a little off course. You don't have to go right on top of the black. You can go a little bit below the darker area. Just a very soft thing, but it's going to give you kind of a glow, I would say. Gives it a little smoky, under smoky eye. You see, it's okay. It's a little bit below the eye. It's more of an effect, like a very smoky eye. And because it's lighter, it's not going to be as dark as getting like a black or something under there. Right. And work it into that corner. Work it into that corner. Nice. I think it's nice. It adds a color, but nothing too dramatic. All right, and I kind of work it to the end. Work it to the end. Nice. I think that's cute. Again, you can brush off some of the mascara if it falls down. Just brush that out. It should come right off. Okay, and let's do it one more time. I think that's about even. Okay, you should see in this camera how this is really looking blended now. Everything looks like it kind of blends into each other, which is very important to make it feel consistent and like one giant piece. Okay? And you can use this to just sharpen it out. Okay, sharpen, sharpen. I can see this side's a little bit less unified, so you can kind of, and the foundation is great. It helps you blend better than if it was on your skin. So you could actually like blend that out using this again. Like blend, be careful not to make it worse. Okay, but this now is a little bit too dark, so you can just blend it. Yeah, see, you just blend it right out. That should looks pretty consistent there. Okay, so let's hurry this up and stretch. Okay, with time is ticking, and I kind of wanted to do some hair for you. So now that we like this, I would definitely do one more of this underneath the eye, but not on top of the purple. So a little bit lower. Here, here, Just reiterating those points a little bit. Okay. Nice. Mainly you're just doing that at this point, you're just going up and down a little bit. And again here, 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 here. All right. Okay, now let's do our cheeks. I'm not going to set my face today, but if you wanted to, this is the powder I would recommend. And you could put the powder over the areas where you do the concealer stuff. Under this, you would use, this is a Wet n Wild translucent powder. You would just put that, get a wet sponge like this, get it wet, and it would look actually just like this when you get it wet. And you put in the powder, and then put that over. That'll bake your face, and make sure your makeup stays on. Because I'm gonna go out tonight or today, I'm not gonna do that because I don't want my face all dry and stuff. But it does make your look pop and look finished for camera lights. Okay, let's do our cheeks. This is my go-to for the cheek moments, is just taking pink. I use this brush, and MAC pink lightly, has a little holographic in here, and suck just on the tip of the cheekbone. Okay, and then go around, tip of the cheekbone, tip of the cheekbone up. Okay. Again, my whole thing is sharpness. You want it to look like a sharp teardrop like you did at the eyes to match the cheek. So that everything is like lifting. Okay, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Get that rouge in there. You see that? And then now we get, again, the color for your skin tone. Use a color that will show up and look nice. If you have a favorite, use that. Then I get a bigger brush, get out my bronzer or some other pigment that's a little bit darker than the color you just used. So in this case, don't judge me, okay? I know it's been used up. Pat, pat, pat. If you're blonde or have a color in your hair, you can use something else like this to cover your hair so it doesn't get in there, but I'm gonna use my hand, I don't have time. Suck and press. Let's do it one more time. Okay, make sure it's even. I'm finding myself that I often say every tool I have is an important part, and this is one of them. The cheeks are so important. Make them pop, make them bounce, make them look real, make them count. Okay, blend it out a little. Yeah. All right. Almost done. Time is, take 10 minutes. Oh my God. Okay. Next up, highlight. I didn't do powder this time, y'all, so just so you know, you would want to do powder before your highlight because the highlight wants to be on top of the powder. Pat, pat, pat. Also, if you see anything, you know, make sure you like everything you're seeing. If things have fallen, just brush it off. Oh, and also it reminds me I should put a little more glitter over the purple. Since remember, I put the purple on after the glitter. I work crazy ways. It's okay. We don't judge. Okay, back to the silver from the Kylie palette. Now, there we go. Now it completes the purple. Nice. It's okay if you get it on this other parts, whatever. It's glitter. Glitter is meant to be everywhere. Okay, blend it. Okay. See how the glitter just makes the eye more dimensional, so that's why I love glitter. All right, now highlight, MAC, this is the one I'm gonna use tonight, MAC Shadow Show Glow. Another trick, just a sliver of the top of that cheek. Sliver, top, and then dot, 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 dot. It's gonna give this whole area like a shimmer, shimmer moment, very natural glow, but very sharp and intentional like that. The cheek is like, wow, I'm hurting. Another trick, On your hands, get that glow on the tip of the nose. Drag it right on that tip. This is going to make your nose kind of pop, give it some dimensionality. It looks a little bit wet. Okay. So it should look a little more dynamic on the nose. And then another thing, make your lips look bigger and wetter right here. Just on the top. Put that in there. Look how wet my lips look. I didn't have lipstick on. It already looks very wet. Okay. And then underneath. Look at that. My lips look so wet and moist, but I didn't even get wet. And it's all just the makeup. Now blend. Make sure it gets in there. Okay, nice. Look at that. See? You could even do this, again, if you want to have like a wet look, put it on your shoulders. Put it on the here. Don't feel like there's a limit to where you could put this. Now I'm like, oh, wet on my chest. Ooh, I'm so soaking wet. Okay. But if you're wearing a shirt, you may not want to do it, and then you get this color all everywhere. But, oh well, too late. All right, we're about done, actually. Last important step. Oh, lipstick, of course, but we'll do that after we set our face. So then, most important at the end of the step, finish it. Get your matte finishing spray. I'm using mini flat matte Ruby Kisses. Shake it and do a next. Okay, that's going to help it stay on, especially in summer. Pride Month is usually warmer, you're outside, you want to make sure you set your face. Okay, especially the eyes. That area, you don't want that falling off. Okay, finally the lips. Let this dry a little bit. 7 minutes, we got time, this is great. And the hair, don't worry, I'll fix that later. So, lips, I do like a good lip pencil. This is Ultra Easy Lip Liner. For the lips, I like to make my lips look a little more pronounced, okay? It's just what I like to do. You don't have to do it that way, but this is how I do it for my photos, so you probably recognize this look. I start with the Cupid, and then up. You want to fall. Look at that, that's crazy, I know. Follow that outer lip of your lip, and right below the bottom. Okay? Warning moment, if you drink water or if you have a mask or whatever, this lip moment that I do could blur and like look weird. So this is more for a photo shoot. If you're gonna do a photo shoot, you're not gonna be wearing anything, you're not gonna be drinking water. You wanna just, this would work. But if you're going out in public, you may be more cautious about how far you want this to draw it. Because if it looks weird, it's going to make your lip a little off. And then you cover the rest of the lip. This will help the color stay on the whole day. Yeah. Yeah, so this lip looks fuller, bigger. But again, it may blur, so be careful. You could definitely do that to help it stay in. If you see a line, you can shake it off. I like this kind of color. I like a kind of nude. Well, I hate that word nude, but it's like a burgundy kind of color. Okay. All right, so we're almost there. Now let's do, for this look, another quick trick, 5 minutes. This is like a Sephora, it's like a little lip stories thing. Look at the front. You put this on the edge, okay? Only on the edge. Okay. I know it sounds crazy, but this is making like a dimension to your lip. Kind of cool, right? And then you get a lighter color than that in the middle. Of course, I don't have a color here. Oh my goodness. Let's quickly do color? One moment, please. What color do I want? Oh my God, time is running out. Of course, I'm not prepared. 1 second, people. Forgive me for I have sinned. Okay, I'm gonna do Kylie, because everyone likes Kylie. Okay, quickly get your Kylie right in the middle. Blend. Tap it. You want to keep the dimension, but definitely it's okay to tap it out. See that? It has its own, like you did up here, it's a fade. Yeah, more natural looking if you fade it out. Okay, almost done. Make sure your corners. Okay. You can refine afterwards those areas. Last thing, gloss. Get that gloss. This says Pat McGrath Labs. I love these. They're really cute. They're light. They're not even hard or anything. You just put a little bit over that lip now. Blow it out. Look at that gloss. And there you go. Pretty much done. So, I want to thank everyone again. This has been a fun little Pride-inspired look. I said I would do my hair. Let's try to, we have 2 minutes. Let me get my hands a little wet so I don't get the color in my hair. And let's try to just style it. So, for the hair, I may suggest keeping your hands wet. I already have product in my hair, by the way. So it makes it a little easier. My hands are wet. So I'm just, again, I usually will put product in my hair like every time I wash my hair, like the next day when I do my hair, put some product. And then just leave that product the rest of the next 3 days and then just reuse that product by wettening my hair. And then when I wash it, obviously you won't get that in there anymore, but you have at least 3 good days with the product in there, and especially if you have color treated hair, you don't want to be like washing your hair every day anyway. Usually you want to keep it the color and everything. So yeah, you see I'm just kind of styling it like that, combing it out. This, we're going to put more water on because it's like not working. There we go. So everyone, I want to thank you again for being with me today. All my new friends I met through different events and different parties. Love you guys so much. I really had fun kind of showing you a little bit of a Pride look, some tips hopefully that are new for you. Again, it was really, really fun having, okay, this is really bothering me. It looks a little better. So love you guys so much. Stay connected, follow me, subscribe, that way we keep connected. Oh my God, 37 seconds. Happy Pride, everyone, love who you are. Love is love. The remix is out now. DJ Mike Freak, go listen, go stream. If you like this, subscribe. If you don't subscribe. Love you all. Happy Pride. Have fun. Keep in touch. And love is love. Why can't you see?